welcome to Kinda Filtered, a weird audio-visual thing where I give you some of my thoughts and feelings, but make sure they go through the sieve a little so I don't share too much. I'm your boy Simba, if I didn't say that already, and yeah, let's just get into it. Today I kind of want to talk about not talking about things, not talking about a few things. So, just a bit of background. I've kind of from a long time, just from a very young age, been really introspective. And that kind of comes out as like me complimenting myself. Not really. Like, obviously, I think introspection is a good thing. It's very important to look back and think about why you do things and how you're going to do things and where you want to go and all that, and just asking questions constantly. I think it's a very important part of growing as a person. But at the same time, there can be such a thing as being too introspective. I'm stealing that one from a friend of mine, but yeah, sometimes there's a thing as being too introspective, and I've probably been guilty of that far too many times. And yeah, I guess when you're introspective a lot, you probably do end up being too introspective sometimes, and I guess I probably do that. And one of my biggest problems with being introspective sometimes is there are often questions that when you're introspective, you ask yourself, when you finish asking yourself that question, you go, I wish I hadn't asked myself that question because I don't want to have to find the answer to it. You know? Or it sounds like me copping out, but it's like, there are some questions like that where you're like, I can't go back now. I have the question. I live a life where that is a question in my head, but I don't want to have to find out the answer. And 2020 has given me a few of those ones. I've had a few big questions about my life come up, and a lot of them have centered around what it is I want to do with life, the point of everything, a purpose, a meaning, a reason, you know, and that's kind of been the general sum up. I'm pretty sure even my last kind of filtered episode was me talking about how the thing I was doing the thing I'm doing right now is not something I enjoy, and I want to go and explore and try different things. Still haven't done that, by the way. Like that's not a thing I've done yet, but a video for another day. But yeah, and that was kind of part of that deep dive into asking what's the meaning of everything, what's the purpose of everything. And for reasons that I am not going to expose right now, I kind of came down to nothing. You know, I played that game that there's no winners in, where you go, well, I kind of think there's pretty much everything in my life seems kind of petty and meaningless. And I don't know, I guess planet Earth is kind of insignificant in the grand scheme of the universe. I'm also insignificant in the grand scheme of planet Earth. And then assuming the universe just disappears at the end, which is one of the theories, it just fucking just goes whoosh and then goes whoosh. That's a theory, and assuming that's true, then it's all pointless in the end. It started for no reason, it's just gonna end for no reason. Which means, what's the point of anything? Right? Like, that's where I am at. This is one of those things where like I say that and then I go, yeah, but here's how I fix. This is like that's I say that, but that's where I'm at. And I got to that point, and I went, well, okay, everything's kind of meaningless in a general sense, you know, nihilism and all that. But then, you know, I did the optimistic nihilist thing of going, okay, everything's meaningless, which means I can do whatever, really. And I'm like, well, I want to stick around because trees and outside are cool, and I like that, so I want to stick around for trees and trees and going for walks and watching trains go by and sitting in a field with people you care about. That's pretty fun. So I want to stick around for the sake of that stuff. Also, if you're hearing cars, it's not that, it's outside my house. I just thought I'd mention that. Anyways, back to the point. And I want to stick around for all of that stuff, you know, and that's the first thing. You go, okay, I can do whatever, but I'm sticking around. So what's the problem? Okay. Currently, you know, like any other person, I have to work and make money in order to do a lot of the things I want on planet Earth because, you know, we have, you know, things require money. It's a law. It's just how everything works on planet Earth. So, you know, If I want to go to a park with a friend or a field, and I need to get onto a piece of transport for that field, I'm either gonna have to pay money for gas. I'm either gonna have to pay for a train ticket. I might have to get food, and guess what? That all requires money. So then I went, what am I doing for work, and how do I feel about that? And for the sake of getting more work, I'm not gonna go into that, but you can take your own assumptions how I feel about it. So then I went, okay, maybe I need to be doing something more meaningful, which is where I'm at now. I guess that's kind of where I've gotten to, where I feel like maybe not something more meaningful. No, I do feel like I need to find some sort of meaning. That is correct. The problem I've got myself into now is I now fear that there will be no point and no meaning at all. You know, there will be no, like, I'll never find a good reason. I'll never find a, like, now that I've sunk into this hole, there's not a ladder big enough to get me out. And so there'll never be a point. There'll never be a reason. And that's, I guess, a fear that I now have. It's one of those fears that, like, you can't fix by, like, there's nothing anyone will ever tell me that'll fix this for me. I just have to, I guess, work towards it and try and, find something and just keep trying stuff until something sticks. But that is a fear. There's a fear that I won't be satisfied, that maybe tomorrow I'll be like, there's this thing I really want. Then I'll get it, and then I'll be like, well, I hate this. Because, again, I'm not exposing how I feel totally about what I'm doing, but I spent about 5 to 6 years working towards this. And, and now look where I am. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to spend, what if I spend another 5, 6 years and then on something else, and then I go, I didn't enjoy that. And then I do it again, and then I didn't enjoy that. Like, how do I know that the thing that, like, and there's no way I can know until I find it, because on the inverse side of it, it's like, I could go and get excited about something tomorrow and just work hard at it for a few years and then be like, no, I do love it. But I just don't want to get my hopes up, and I just spent so much time with my hopes firmly planted in the ground. So I'm like, I don't want to get my hopes up and be disappointed again. But I have to try. I have to try. No matter how hopeless it feels, I have to try. And I guess I've done a few things recently in my life to make that easier. Now, that's the background of where I am. And yeah, that was the background. I know, right? Jesus, I'm already becoming a YouTuber. So that's the background to where I am. And the point I'm getting to here is feeling like this way of thinking, these thoughts, it's not something I really hear anybody talking about, like, ever. Like, I don't hear the self-improvement people I listen to. I don't hear a lot of people in philosophy really talking about it all too often. There's always, the idea of having a purpose is always there, but I've never heard anyone tell you what happens if you can't find a purpose. Everyone always tells you that you will. You just have to look. But, like, there's no way that everyone can possibly can find it. There's got, like, it's statistically speaking, there's got to be some people who don't find something they find purposeful in life. What do you do then? Because all the advice that you look around on the internet tells you, you've got to have that. You've got to have that to take you on. I feel like most people do have that. And you know what makes feeling like you have no purpose or anything at all worse? What makes that whole situation just even better or worse? I need to stick to my comparative language. Do you know what makes it far worse? Is when you feel like you're the only person who feels like that. When you're looking around and it feels like all your friends, everyone online, feels like they have some purpose. No matter how vague it is, I don't care how vague of an idea it is. If you have any image in your head of what you want, like, I don't have anything. Like, I'm just going to over the next however long, just keep throwing stuff at the wall because I don't have any idea. I have, like, things that I know I liked doing. I know things that I had wanted to chase at some point, but now there's nothing in my head. So it's like, I've just got to do. I've just got to chase, I guess, and just throw stuff at the wall. But it feels like everyone has a thing, has something that they at least want. It may not be the thing they're doing, it may not be the thing they're working towards, they may not be achieving it, but it feels like they have a thing. I don't have a thing, and it feels isolating and lonely to not have a thing. And and then I start speaking to some friends. One friend in particular, I've had quite a few conversations with this, which has kind of been helpful. It's nice to just talk about anything. I guess, the old adage, a problem shared is a problem halved, which is like certainly true, but it's nice to get it off your chest and feel like you're not the only person carrying that weight, in a sense. And I talked to that friend, and then I just asked a few other people some questions. And then I started to notice that it wasn't that many people. I think I've talked to like 2 to 3 people about it, but you start to go, maybe it's not just me. You start to go, hey, other people seem to be saying similar stuff, and maybe it's not just me who feels like this. Maybe I'm not crazy. And that doesn't fix the problem. It of course doesn't fix the problem. Like, why would it? But it helps to feel like it's not just you. It helps to feel like there's someone else you can talk to it about it. Someone else who experienced it because they understand it. There's something about things that go up in here that if no one else has experienced it, then it's like you're always just trying to figure out the best way to get someone into your head, which, depending on how good of an orator you are, how good with words you are, you can do that. I like English, so sometimes I'm pretty okay at getting my point across. Other times I'm pretty dog awful. But it's nice. It's nice to be like there's someone else there. And it makes you go, maybe there's more people who feel maybe there's a lot more people who feel like that. And and maybe deep down there's a lot of people who are chasing a goal, but like deep down are really unsure and are just doing it because they feel like they should enjoy it. They feel like they might, and they don't really have that. Even a vague. Maybe the picture in their head is pretty blank too. But I feel like I don't know. I don't feel like a lot of people talk about it. And I feel like more people should. I feel like a lot more people should discuss it and it doesn't help any. It doesn't necessarily fix it, but it's nice to know you're not alone. And it may not fix it straight away, but being able to talk to someone about it and hear how different people are working through it can give you some place to start. Because before I was just gonna stumble through it. But then hearing about how other people are dealing with it makes me go, okay, all right, well, I guess I can try that. I guess I can try this. Oh, that seems like it might work for me. But when it's just you shouting into the void, you feel a lot more alone. It's like that same friend said, doesn't make the problem go away, but it's nice to know you're not alone in thinking like that. And, if you are out there, if you're watching this video and you're like, I think like that, it's scary, might be terrifying, it might not be very fun, but it's, at least you're not the only crazy person out there. There's at least a couple crazy people out there too. So, yeah, that's kind of all I wanted to say. Yeah, none of my videos are really ever happy, by the way. I'm very sorry about that. It doesn't even seem to be like a happy wrap up to any of these videos, but like, that's life. I can't give you a 30-minute video and end it with some beautiful piece of advice and knowledge and make you happier and more wiser. And sometimes you don't have the answers, and sometimes you just need to talk about it. Sometimes sharing is good enough, because I don't have the answers right now, and maybe in a few months I'll have some more answers of my own, and hopefully those answers can help you. But for now we're just going to talk about it. So, yeah, if you felt like anything that I talked about resonated with you, let me know in the comment section down below. There's not a lot of people there, so I'll see you. I'll notice you. I'm not on social media, so don't look for me anywhere else. If you did feel like anything resonated, please let me know. I'd love to hear it in the comment section down below. And if you're someone I know in real life, we have contact with each other. If we talk outside of the realms of this box, this 16 by 9 box, then yeah, let me know what you thought. Let me know how you feel about this stuff. And yeah, let's just talk, guys. That's that's all I really want. Let's just talk some more. Yeah, some just housekeeping stuff. I've moved my room around again. I'm sorry. I can't promise you what it'll look like next time. Maybe something crazy different. Part of me trying to figure out what it is that makes me happy for what it is I find purposeful. I might be making more videos on the channel. I can't promise you, but just to see if that's something I enjoy. Once again, much appreciated to JUC Walks, I believe it's called. I think it's called JUC Walks. That's the video I'm using. Link will be in the description. So please go check out the channel. It's really beautiful, just calming stuff. I'd very much recommend it for just studying and stuff. I don't even know the person. I just found their channel and I find it's very calming footage to just watch or have in the background. So I'd recommend go check out JUC Walks. Yeah. Is there anything else that I missed? No. I changed a bunch of stuff. My banner and all that stuff's changed, so it all looks different now. Yeah, I can't think of anything. Oh yeah, I do a group channel with friends, podcast stuff. You probably, if you are here, there's a good chance you came from there. So if you didn't come from there though, you should go check over there out. Unless you're someone I really know very well, then don't go check over there. If you're someone I really, really know well, just leave. Just like if you're someone I know who doesn't already know about this channel prior to me posting this video, then pretend like you didn't see anything or just don't tell anybody. But if I don't know you, then tell a friend. Unless they're my friend already that doesn't know about this channel, then don't tell them. You know what? Just tell a friend. I'll deal with the consequences of it afterwards. Whatever. Yeah, I think that's everything. See, let me know what you think of this setup. You might see it again. It depends on whether or not I make another video within the next month or within the next 6. So depending on that, this will look the same or it'll look different. Anyways, I've been rambling on for too long already about extra stuff. But yeah, I'll see you later. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. I even drink my water one time this episode. I have water, by the way, today. Not coffee. I'll see you later. Stay safe. Stay hydrated. And stay in schools. Unless they tell you not to be in school, then don't be in school. Stay on Zoom. I stole that from me, technically. No, I stole that from someone else, but technically still from me. Goodbye.